This morning in our Consumer Confidential, we're talking sunscreen. With those sky-high temperatures outside, it's safe to say summer is here with a vengeance.
And while we all know that sunscreen is important, figuring out what SPF to use or when to reapply can get confusing.
Perfect time for this conversation. Here with our sun safety tips is Dr. Michelle Henry, dermatologist, and importantly for us, today's show contributor. Dr. Henry, very nice to see you ahead of the 4th of July holiday. Walk us through this right now. A lot of people making sure they grab the sunscreen before they hit the beach or head outside. What in particular on that label should you be looking for to know you're getting the right one for you?
Yes, so a little label 101. So there are two critical factors you want to look for. So first, broad spectrum. So that means we're protecting the skin against UVB and UVA. So UVB is what we call UV burning. So that's what gives that discomfort when we're out in the sun. And this is really the most potent against DNA damage, which leads to skin cancer. So absolutely critical. UVA is UV aging. And so it's a longer wavelength. It actually takes up a larger proportion of solar radiation, but it causes accelerated aging, those sunspots, those wrinkles. But what's important to note is although it doesn't directly damage the DNA, it creates something we call oxidative stress, and that also contributes to skin cancer. So important to block against both of them. And two, SPF. So SPF stands for sun protective factor. And so what that does, it allows you to stay out longer. So the number says how much longer you could stay out before becoming red. And so what we're recommending is SPF 30 for daily use, but SPF 50 if you're outside for more than an hour.
Okay, let's talk about how much to use, because I am guilty of probably not doing enough because I don't like the white cast and the kids are always yelling, and so you're just rushing to get it done. But you say you actually need more than you think, right?
You need more. So the studies show that we use half of the sunscreen that we actually need. So whereas with SPF, I often say like going up to SPF 100 isn't necessary. That's a place where more isn't more. With application, more is more. And so what we recommend is a nickel-sized amount for the face and about a golf ball a size about for the body. We want to cover everything. And when we say everything, we mean everything. Don't forget the tops of your ears. Don't forget your part, the tops of your hands, the tops of your feet. Those are places where I see the mega burns every year. So more is more in terms of application.
Is there anything worse than when that part starts just peeling?
You just forget about it.
The worst.
Nothing.
What's better, the spray sunscreen or the thick lotion?
So I recommend, I'm a sunscreen purist, so for your first application, I like a cream because you're going to get everything with a cream. It's easy to skip when you're putting on a spray. I love taking a spray to the beach. Like you said, you're a busy mom, chase the kids with a spray or spray it for reapplication. But I like for you to cover everything in a cream for your first application.
And then how often after that should you spray?
Yes, so every 2 hours, and that's critically important. And you'll see some sunscreens, they'll say water resistant. It's important to know that water resistant is not waterproof. Exactly, and so it's formulated for either 40 minutes or 80 minutes. But what I say is if you're getting in the pool, if you're wet, if you're sweating, once you towel off, absolutely reapply. It's likely gone. And I see a lot of burns. People say I put on 80% waterproof and they get a burn, so always reapply.
Well, they wiped it off when they threw the towel on anyway, right?
Yeah,
so it's like
exactly.
Okay, what about makeup? Because so much of the makeup that we wear advertises, oh, it has SPF 30 in it. And I think, okay, I'm done. I don't have to do that, but not so fast?
Not so fast. So I often liken SPF in your makeup to like sprinkles on a cupcake. It's nice to have, but it's not the whole dessert, right? So you want to make sure that you're applying your sunscreen, because the way we grade sunscreens, it's based on the evenness and the thickness of the application. And most of us aren't applying that makeup that thick, I hope, right? So it's really nice to put your sunscreen on first and then put your makeup on top. It's a nice addition, but it's not going to be the whole meal.
This stuff doesn't last forever, obviously. You go into the closet, right, as summer comes back around, you start to look at the expiration dates. And, like, how long are you okay to keep it? Is it okay to use it after it says it's expired? Yeah, so, you know, sunscreens are considered drugs in the United States. So any sunscreen, the FDA mandates that they are stable for 3 years. So if you don't see an expiration date, you could assume at least 3 years after you start using it. But what's important is that sun can break it down. So where do we keep our sunscreens? In a beach bag, in the car. It's breaking down rapidly. And so by the end of the summer, you may not even have sun protective factor. And what's also dangerous, as those creams start to separate, they can concentrate ingredients and actually cause rashes and irritation.
Oh, my kids also have rashes.
Yes, we're learning so much this morning.
So I recommend restocking every summer, really, to keep yourself safe.
Yeah, that's a good reminder that you leave it in the sun, it breaks it down, right? So like put that in a cool place the rest of the day.
This was so helpful. Thank you so much.
Dr. Henry,
You're very
appreciate
welcome.
you. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.